says, I need you. But you don't want to do ever again. Rock my world, it goes around, around and round. I love this, I need this, I never leave this song. Feel you, I can't deny. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I.
Good morning, my people. It's a question Friday. Muli mutia. Umaka gugenda. The year is going. Ate goti gulinda. Oba weba senyo. Oba te wakoze. Oba walide. Oba te walide. The years still go. Today's question Friday. You can ask all your questions. And yeah, you'll get the answers. And my question is, what do you know about Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso? What do you know about that dude? Of course, now I know he's one of the youngest presidents in Africa, 36. Actually, I don't know he's 36 years old. He's still, I think, 35. He's going to make 36 years. So what do you know about Traore, apart from the fact that you love him? Traore, alinga Uganda wafi. Personally, I don't like old presidents. I just don't like old people, I think. I know I'm going to grow old, and also the young people will not like me when I'm old. I find that old people, they make old decisions. Young people make young decisions. So what do you know about Ibrahim Traore? Yeah, of course, now one of the things he did, he reduced salaries of ministers by 30%, and I think increased some government workers' salary by 50%. Because 30% makes a very big difference in the other people. Yeah, it makes a lot of difference. He's challenging old presidents in Africa. I don't like old presidents. You know, when I find a young person of my age voting, when I find a young person voting for an old president, young people should be people. And apparently we are brainwashed to think that young people don't have the experience, they don't have the brains to help make good decisions for their countries. Probably because and that's all you know. But tell me, what do you know about Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso? First off, he's making very good strides. They have tried to assassinate him, and I think one of the things that I've seen is that he has not even tried to promote himself in the past couple of months. I know people that would be generals by now. Yeah, they would promote themselves to general so that they can do whatever they want to do. He's still a captain, but he's a respectable captain. I think one of the things that the dude did was reduce his own salary. I can live with a small money and I be there. But he's making history, and I think Burkina Faso is also that country that has a very good history. Other Rush available in Uganda, and are Ugandan mechanics familiar with the Toyota Rush? Yes, the spare parts are available. The Rush is the improved Terios. Is the The Rush is an improved old model of a Daihatsu. It's still a Daihatsu. Some of them have the 1NZ engine, but most of them have the 3SZ, which is the same engine as in the Paso setting. So yes, the spare parts are available, and the mechanics, there is nothing special about it. The Rush is the Toyota. all Toyotas have, apart from if the spares were not available, then we would be worried. But the spares are available, yeah, so they can definitely fix them. I've not seen a Toyota Rush stuck in a garage anywhere. And trust me, I look around. But of course, there are not so many on the roads. Most of the people that drive the Toyota Rush live in towns. You find that some lives in Namugongo, right? And works in Chira or works in town. I've not seen anyone that drives the Toyota Rush that lives far away from town. So that can be explained later after research has been done. But most of the people that drive the Rush, they live near their workplace. So, but it's not a bad car. It's a Toyota Daihatsu. Toyota bought Daihatsu. So they're making Toyota quality right now. So it's available. A Toyota Rush or Subaru Impreza for first car, which one is better? I don't know, because you're comparing two different cars. One is a mini SUV, the other one is a hatchback. Yeah, so the Subaru is a hatchback, the Rush is a mini SUV. Personally, I find that the Toyota Rush is not a real car. It's like a small car. Kamoro kakatono mbulira abakazi. Obanga kagulira madamu, obanga gwe madam. No. For ladies, I find that it's an okay car, but for a man, I find that because one it's overpriced. You find that the Rush is about 40-something millions. That's a lot of money to invest in a car, yet you'll never recoup it. You can never recoup that money out of a Rush. Yes, people want the Rush, but Mzenga Arthur, I think if someone wanted to buy a Rush, the first thing I'll tell them is add 15 million and buy a Toyota RAV4. At 15, get a Toyota RAV4 at like 55. The Toyota RAV4 at 55, if you wanted to sell, you definitely get your money back. The Toyota Rush, you buy it at 40 million, you want to sell it, you'd be getting about half of the money you bought it back. Which take it, because how many people that have 40 million that actually want a Rush? Which take it. And might be, there are two things when you see a car not coming back on the market. One, people want their car so much. Two, nobody has been willing to give them the money that they want out of their car, so they decide to keep it. Which take it. 2021 Rush. This one that is a little big, eh? Yeah, if you're talking about the 2021 Rush, still there are better alternatives, yeah? There are better alternatives. If you're going to buy an SUV, buy an SUV. Don't buy an excuse of an SUV. Take it. After buying a 1.5cc fielder over 1.8cc in terms of car weight, they both have no problem. The 1.5 liter fielder has no problem. It doesn't give you as much performance as a 1.8 liter fielder. But still performs properly. The weight is just okay. The fielder that has 1.5 liter will definitely give you good consumption, but the consumption, depending on what you use the car for, Mobanga, you're a trader or something, you carry a lot of people, a lot of stuff, it's the difference will almost be negligible. So, but me, I would still buy 1.5 liter. I don't need the power that the 1.8 liter gives me. And yeah, so 1.5 liter is definitely okay. Which take it. So guys, tell me what you know about Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso. One of the youngest guys. He's actually showing you that, you know what, people, you have been brainwashed to think, especially Ugandans, you have been brainwashed to think that it's old men that know what to do. But old men are clueless. They are clueless. Those old men, they are also surviving. They are surviving, and one of the reasons why they survive is because we respect old people. And of course now they also instill fear in you. You cannot come out and tell him, wait. You see, the dude is making history. People were on the street rioting, saying, Guy Tavako. In Africa, people are rioting, saying, Vako, Vako. For him, people are rioting, saying, Guy Tavako. That's something different. changa mwimirize motoka. So guys, yes, we are talking about Ibrahim Traore today. What do you know about that dude? 35 years old, president of a nation, a captain, not a general. So he doesn't have to post around saying, "Wait, I'm a general." Yeah, he's not son of a former president. No, he's not son of a former minister. No, he's just a guy that came from the bottom. Now we are here. So tell me what you know about Ibrahim Traore. And here we are. People in Uganda are telling a 41-year-old guy that, you know what, you're too young. And then people were saying that Ibrahim Traore is a dictator. And then people are saying, you know what, I don't mind a dictator if he's working. And Traore is clearly working. No, people would not be on the street rioting, saying, you know, they were having engagements in the capital. And people were outside saying Ibrahim Traore should be president for 10 years. Should be president for 10 years. And eventually they said, no, he'll be president for 3 years. And then we can vote. Yeah. But they have tried to put him down, I think, is it about 8 times in the past couple of months. President. I think it's time that we started thinking about a young president. Antonio, rachite tukusimba o. Nefuna president omuto. Simanyo bana wo oli muto yinzo bo tulimba. Yinzo bo tulimba. Gundi yali atulimba wano ali Abdul Nasser Matembe. Ngatugamba ebintu byatugamba byabasajja bya myaka 5 kyokka ine myaka 23. But anyway, tell me what you know about Ibrahim Traore. Today is a question Friday, so ask your questions, and your questions are going to be answered either by me or by someone that actually knows about the question. But today, my question is, what do you know about Ibrahim Traore? Fitness is saying that about older leaders. Have you seen the guy who replaced Hasina in Bangladesh, 80 years old? I find that in the third world, we have been brainwashed to think that old people are wise. Yeah, but clearly it's not a mistake that we are in the third world. Yeah, it's clear that old people are old people are clearly leading us downhill, not uphill. Which again, right? We should get young people. You see, when Moses was leading the Israelites out of Egypt, Moses was a young person. When Jesus came to save us, he was 36 years old. The guy was killed at 36. He hadn't even started enjoying money. He was killed. When we look at people like David, Onani Solomon, no wonder Solomon wrote the songs of Solomon. The guy was enjoying ladies like nothing. So, but when you start looking at all these dudes, and that's how their nation started developing. But for us in the third world, let it be Bangladesh, let it be India, we have been brainwashed to start thinking that watali mukulu ebintu tebitambula naye ng'ate abantu abakulu abo nabo mbalaba betetenkanya. Ibrahim Traore is showing us something different, and you realize that fata abavubuka, we are the ones beating down other young people. When we should be empowering them, we are beating them down. Making other young people believe that, you know what, a young person has no potential of developing. A young person has no good ideas. A young person abata ina experience. I remember when I was young, nchali mtoto kuchalo twainako omukyala yali mukyala mukulu nga alina mutabani we. Her son was going to wed. And so I wanted to go to the wedding, and I had her say, "Abana aba abato tetwagala nnyo ku mikolo." So even me, I said, "Nanga abakadde njja bagoba ku jange." And trust me, I was at the wedding the next weekend. Yeah, she felt guilty. She said, "Nanga oyagala athangobe ku mukolo gwe." And then going to that wedding, there were so many young people there. So I'm still wondering, obanze gwe yayitayagala ngende ku mukolo gwe. But yeah. Abantu abakulu abakadde abo sibe bukaba actually tebalina idea. You can imagine a person that was 30 years old in 1970. You think he knows the things that the 30-year-old needs now. Right now he's supposed to be voting. If you go so old, 40, 41, oyo omuntu ayinza okuba nga asobola okuconnectinga naawe ebintu ebituufu. Mugane kati oli ku muntu mukadde gwe gwewagira okuba muvubuka munno omujjawo. Find people voting for mayors of 60 years. How do you vote a mayor of 60 years? Vote a young person, put him in office. So what do you know about Ibrahim Traore? Tell us. What causes the knock sound in the boot area when you shift parking to either drive or reverse on a Karibu, and what should I do about it? On the boot area, is the boot stable? Because if it's really at the boot area, then the boot is the issue. If your Karibu is the 4-wheel drive, get the diff checked out to see if the differential is actually okay. But otherwise, if the differential is okay, check your boot. As a boot says a monoga, even that fits in front of us, that boot can actually knock. I just love his decision of not buying a luxury presidential car. Instead, he went to Yotong Limited and bought electric buses to ease transport for his citizens. Myaka anakukawansa abe myako anokudagu temuddamu balonda temuddamu. Anthony yeta asazewo yesimbewo agambye, trust me, I won't disappoint you, my country people. Anthony, are you a young person? We might be young, oli muntu mukulu. President oyo kyemumanyiko teyetwalira waggulu. You see how he moves with his bodyguards in a Land Cruiser. Bono yingira Anthony wanangira president G2 ngegendo kuba emoroka ya president. Kati nebuza Antonio, will you take the G2 to be made bulletproof? Oba tani bagifuula bulletproof ne bajongera mu yingi ne basise 13 ne bangesobola okusika the armor material. Yeah, so anyway guys, today's question Friday buze ebibuzo tugende maaso nange ekibuzo kyange kiri nti what do you know about Ibrahim Traore? And of course with that the follow-up question would be, do you think that young people can actually lead their own countries? and change the things. I find that most of the third world countries, the third world because of old people. Old people come with old ideas. And because you have been trained to not, you let them make their mistakes in your country, and then they mess up the country for your kids. Because for Katrina Abana, for chocolate Abana, but a future nuji, I don't take a dabakade. Beba Jiba Kolida, Chokanga Nabakad, they are about to die. The Squatagana Nabakad days. All the people are doing us a disservice. Some of them impose themselves on us and tend to think we are in the same family setup. They are still traditional stage of development. Sometimes we go visit my grandmother. Mama bani kaya ine mbozi na ye. Nzenga sina mbozi na jajja wange. Dera customer buza ko ngamfuluma. Ande kama mama bani nganyumya na ye. Mbozi zaba kande sizirina. Katrina kuba tunyimena bavuka banaffe nga twebuza lyekubo tulikoze tutya edwaliro diretaga mudda kati abakadde balowooza ddagala lya amnesia ddagala lyebyo ebirwadde byabakadde kadde mubaga twetaaga ddagala lya typhoid zikwatagana bakadde. So guys, question Friday vuzo mubirete ngenda bisoma. So I'm still reminiscing about Ibrahim Traore, the youngest president in Africa. Omulala yali Kabila, Joseph Kabila. Neate Kabila was taking over from his father. So kato Ibrahim Joseph Kabila, he wasn't really, I don't want to call him an achiever. Again okuva munsi after he got off we have Muntebe, then I remember his cars getting stuck on one of the roads. How do you be president for all this time? And no vakunga tokoze ngudo. Which again, right? That's all I knew. Man, you are doing ebiswaza, but man, Tanko kulonda kupavubuka. Antonio for president 2026. Antonio, zonompo bagundi. Owagundi wachi leader media center nzijenga nze nkola amawulire buli weekend nze nzijana ngamba abantu ense badde bweti President Antonio yagambye bwati ne bwati situjo gikola bwetuti ne bwetuti okitegeera need to make a bulletproof because there will be engine swap tujeze ebirenga ati kati oba chusa system yo nebe for scenario wheel drive okitegeera. But what do you know about Ibrahim Traore as a president? Apart from the fact that he's an inspirational president. Tutaka ba president abatoto oba tuwe gift of card over president. I know mama bani ayagala abakadde. Mama bani ayagala abakadde. Mama bani ayinza okugamba tulonde omu ku bakadde abeewaabwe eri mu kyalo ewaabwe ajje tumuwe obwa president naye kati ffe tugenda londa bavubuka. So question Friday, if not the boot knocks put down the behind when you shift to parking, it's much when it's shifting to reverse. And you Tom, you check the differential. Check the differential, and differential in the band tell you hydraulic or bamteka musisi, sorry. Nzo tell you musisi obanga yo yenyini yetaga kola mu otegera cheche kintu ekimwe kibera ku RAV4s emoroka eza 4 wheels ezisinga D4 yo bwefa it starts doing that otegera it starts doing. Sorry guys, network etukoze kaka omukola okatono. Yeah, it's question Friday. Ask your questions. Ngenda bid them. Ngenda bisoma byonna tubidemu itambule. So Tom, go check your differential. Olawoba steady nnyo. Then ekirala kyoyinza okukebera ku bush emabega olabe. Omanyi the bushes ezemabega they fail and then we don't check on them because they don't really impact the driving experience that much. But mostly I'm thinking it's the differential. If it's the differential, it's the boot. Boot ayo naye esobola okumalako emirembe, esobola okubagana n'ebikutama. So anyway, it's Question Friday, guys. Ebibuzo mubirete tubibuze. Mubirete tubidde. Ibrahim Traore, I love the way he moves. And he has his bodyguards. I hope it doesn't change. I find that that's mostly how most leaders in Africa come. They come like, oh, our savior, Jesus Christ, and all those things. And then couple of years down the road, guy has become luxurious. Yeah, he doesn't listen to you, he doesn't care about you, man. But ngamujjako kati Ibrahim Traore wachukira wati wabawetagayo kapiteni omulala, kapiteni ajamujjeko, because I find that once a country starts getting coups nga zezikyusa abakulembeze, then it will have to start being coups all the time. Okitegeera ono nga tabuzenga wa Benz talina bugumiikiriza yadde bebatuvumaganya fe avuga emmoloka ez'ebbeeyi. So anyway guys, today is Question Friday. Ebibuuzo mubireete tubiddemu, mwasuze bulungi. Today I overslept. I woke up at exactly 6, I think. At exactly 6 I overslept. These days I oversleep. I think I'm celebrating until my kids start going back to school, start going to school. Kati awo naye kati engeri gye batagenda binkwata munengamba naye nfa kino eddunia kaneebake eneebakawo. But it's Question Friday. Ebibuuzo mubireete tubiddemu, nze nange munziremu ekibuuzo kyange. Bw'oba tolina kyomanyi ku Ibrahim Traore, genda yugugo yimu adiso jengo olina kyomanyi osomeseyo akantu akapya okitegeera. We are off-roading now. These are serious potholes, by the way. These are serious potholes. These are serious. I also find that when a president has just taken over, abeera amanyi ekyokukola, because aba abadde in the general public, ebizibu aba abadde abimanyi ebigenda mu maaso. And I think that when they're in leadership for about 5 years, they start forgetting what the roads felt like. They start forgetting what the hospitals felt like. They start forgetting what it felt like getting a small salary. They start forgetting all those things that used to affect them, because now they are no longer affecting them. Tachagula mafuta so bei ya mafuta tajimanyi. Tachaita engudo tazuira because emoroka jali musi yajigula and all that. Then the people start making decisions for them, and then that's how they start losing focus. So how the hospitals feel like, yeah, which is why I find that democracy keeps saying to choose. And I also happen to believe that it's one of the reasons why Europe and the US developed quite fast, because boba afuna democracy earlier on. It was very easy for a president that came and did 5 years to make changes. No, Linadana making changes. And I think one of the reasons why Africa and probably those third world countries are still third world is because they had kingdoms. In a kingdom, kabaka abera ko paka bwafa. Kabaka bwabera ko paka bwafa. They are not obligated to make changes, because atuka ne yera bina buli kimujukira ababadde in the palace from the time that they were young. Abatamanyi kigenda maaso okitegeera. And Obungereza, then you'll be asking yourself, katulachi Bungereza yo yakula nanga ati naye ino bwakabaka. Their prime minister changes. Okitegeera kyekimu kyekiri mu Buganda, and the prime minister changes. That's why you see that all the other prime ministers aba Buganda tebakola nnyo nga Mayiga bwakoze. Mayiga has actually made changes, done developments and all that. But anyway, Question Friday kansome ku bibuuzo. I'm going to park somewhere so kansome ku bibuuzo byammwe ate mbiddemu awutuke tugende mu maaso. You know it's not proper to be reading stuff as you driving, right? So respect the road, respect the other road users. Yeah, but it's question Friday birete bibuzo besizeemu bijja kuchobola banange ndi mubabuza bibuzo. I'm asking you about Ibrahim Traore, the current president of Burkina Faso. Okay. Why do TX usually zikutukua bukono? That's how they were made. It's a defect from the factory. But you buy the later models of the TX, does it? After one NZ of Fielder 1.5 liters goes for much at the moment. The engine like a million bidding and emitwala bidi beach to bidi awo. After what Benz takizi wakugula muwogo, what Benz abadai mide kumuwogo nga mugula. After that's not true. Monarchs are also working for the people. Take a look at Dubai, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman, Kuwait, where kings are developing their countries. I find that those kings are young actually. Which take it. Julius, go for computer scan, they check. Okay, you see it. So Ken's day on some kubino. Nonya bibuzo byokka. Kaka na baba. He's driving a Land Cruiser 70 series. Naye ba bodyguard be balayika bakozi. Esasi soka yita bodyguard nga telinatuuka mu Traore. Okitegeera. Nabo bamwagala olabafa bali ene wanafe tumwagala. Katubama kafananyi bali abantu amuli okumpi ola decision ez'omulembe zaakola. Okitegeera. Naye nga tusimbewo Antonio mu 2026 anti mwe mwennyini mwagamba tukole FTC party for the love of cars people's party. Tukulembeza the rights of car owners, the rights of garages zinokuba registered, enguudo zinokukolwa, emmoroka eza zero mileage tuzisala omusolo. Okitegeera, emmoroka za manyo tuziggyeko omusolo. Buli muntu avuga emmoroka ya manyo. After Toyota Rush is fuel efficient than the RAV4. Give you SUV. Guys, let me tell you one thing. The Toyota Rush will not give you an SUV feel. It looks like an SUV, but the SUVs are supposed to be big. What's the game? You're trying to drive an SUV without driving an SUV. Akamono kako kafunda banange karashi tukirize kawanvu kalinga SUV naye kafunda. It definitely can't give you the SUV feel. Yes, you'll be high up there, but nze bwendowoza sebo Arthur wenda ndi ku previous live obadde oli kunkadde kuba business kumbe oliena ate toyogera live tokyafuna agundi alatsi kugamba nti kati Arthur yakyusizza. Good morning Arthur, how much is the resale? How is the resale value of the Vista a day of VVTI consumption, and how much can a good one be? Okay guys, let me tell you one thing. All cars have resale value and all cars have resale value. It depends at what time you're selling. It depends how much you're selling. It depends the condition of the car. It depends what car is on them is a hot cake at that time. Kaundo yojiraba. That kaundo is black. It's a kaundo, but the resale value of a black kaundo is less than the resale value of a silver kaundo. Wachitegira. 2. A dirty car has a lower resale value than a clean car. 3. A car that has new tires has a higher resale value than a car with old tires. Also, a car that has working AC has a higher resale value than a car that doesn't have working AC. Also, even to be influencing the resale value of a car. But of course, there are cars that have resale value that is worse than other cars. For example, the Vista Adeo, a VVTI, Boboji not even a resale value. Boboji no nyizo jino nya no kaba no kaba. okitegeere oyo musajja wa kawundu shoko nfuzo obyeze emabega ate zifa nnyo naye ya side ya driver nfu nnyo okusinga ya side ya passenger omupiira mugula guyimiridde. So the resale value of the Vista Adeo is not good at all. It has the same engine as the Primo new model, at least the 2004, 2005, 2006 model, but people just don't like it. It's very comfortable. The efficiency is like that of the Primo. Ijakuwa about 12-13 kilometers per liter. It's VVTi, yeah. I find that the Vista Adeo is more comfortable than the Primo. It gives you very good boot space. Yeah. The maintenance is literally the same as the Primo new model, but the resale value is really low. But I don't want you to think the resale value is really low, so the prices are going to be low. Emmotoka eyo bagiseera otuuka okuginonya ng'ate gwe togiraba okitegeera. So if I were you and I wanted to buy a Vista Adeo VVTi, I would prepare like 12 to 13 million, so that if God helps me and I get it at 10, I'm safe. I keep money in my pocket. I admire Ibrahim Traore. He's a headache to most African and Western leaders. Very. Ninganosanga abadde bagala omujjako baneibabe. Kavubuka kano keita chikana akavubuka. Okitegeera. Farouk Sentongo, okay. Julius Agamba, good morning. My car is displaying airbag check. Subaru 2010, what could be the problem? Anto inzo kebera kone ku fuses. Because signal better tetuka. Unless the airbag has actually been deployed, Julius, the airbag is always intact. But if you could actually you yourself look at the fuses, some of these errors, they come because of blown fuses or fuses that have actually come out. So if you could just go to the fuse box and look at the cover Eberako display, Eberako endagiriro, it shows you where the fuses are located. So if you can find the airbag fuse and look at it and see that it's okay. If it's okay, then go for diagnosis. Antonio, you're below 40 kati go tujja kuwa. After yesterday I was learning driving Primo manual. When I engage gear 3, it comes back to neutral. What causes that? Did you engage the gear properly? Because if you engage the gear halfway, the gear will come out. But also if you put if you're driving a manual car and when you engage a gear it comes out on its own, the gearbox might actually be having issues. My Kenyan friend laughed at me when he saw the interview of our president saying that he's proud because we have a lot of cassava. I don't want to talk about our president. He's the bachita batya baina we bachita yasinga amagezi mu Uganda baina we bachita mu Luzungu bachita batya the epitome of wisdom. There is something they say to describe the Ugandan president. So I don't want to talk about the Ugandan president. Uyo musajja atukolede mumuleke. So temumwogera ko twogere ku ba president abalala abakadde ab'ensi endala be bazze ensi zaabwe emabega. Even Senegal got a young president. Wadde Kasiru. This president alina abakazi abasatu gwe mugamba. The president yagize eyanjude ebyobugagga bye. Mr. President Antonio, I'll be in charge of press, anything that deals with communication. Obakari campaign manager, I'll make sure everything is okay for you to be audible to the people. Yogera omuntu nja kubeera bidongo lwaki obikirirako. Good morning. I was asking to highlight the Vitz or Paso as the first car on Vuka. What do you think? Buy a Vitz. The Paso is too small. Buy yourself a Vitz because it will retain value. Paso loses value so much, so fast. Give me a light about G-Touring in good condition as my first car. G-Touring better than million nga mukaga musanvu. oyinza ogifuna at 5 naye kizibu beera actually ne million 8 ku 10 for a good G-touring. The airbag display, Julius, first check your fuse boxes, go wenyini olabe which fuse box has the airbag fuse, and check the fuse to see if it's in position properly, or check to see if the fuse itself is okay. If the fuse is okay and the airbag display doesn't go away, then get someone to diagnose with the computer and see which sensor is off. Because as long as the airbag has not been deployed, the airbag should be okay. And if you're the one that got the car from the bond, then definitely. It's possible that airbag badge replacing nga batekamu airbag endala ne batagizaamu bulungi. Ata ekibuuzo kyange kiri nti nsobola okuteeka engine 1.5 nedda ssebo kolooza bo bali tebakiraba. Olaba the Kauno that has the smallest engine has a 1.8 liter engine, which is the engine that goes in the Rumion, and that's one of the lightest Kaundos I've seen, starting I think 2013. Waliyo Kaundo ezirimu engine ya Rumion, the bagita batya 2ZR I think. Stantec, just know that a major problem with TX suspension system, Bokono mounting, shafts, bushes, shocks. I think those are just mulimu. It's just a manufacturer defect. By the way, it is just too much. 2026 system nedda awonja kuba siri ready. Let's wait until we will be Anthony. Batubale tugenda kusaayo ojo tufuge. Yete wekiriza mwabana bafaneru mubalabye yanjiri bagifubyeko naye mubiwulira agenda temukyagiti anze manyige yene eri wano okuja nga omuntu yali agiyingiddeko eri muggulu akomyewo naŋŋamba baba kika naye era buli wantu wali ebyokya wabaawo osobola okuyitira n'osurvivinga. The L200 selling pineapple. These days people don't respect cars at all, because now they know a car is a means to an end. It's not an end to a means. An end of a means. It's a means to an end. So guys, what's the best option for a starter between Rumion Valvematic and Nuwa Valvematic? The Rumion is a 2ZR, the Nuwa is a 3ZR. The Nuwa takes more fuel than the Rumion, definitely, because the Nuwa is heavier even. But if you're buying a car, buy the Nuwa. If you're just driving yourself, katono, then ula Rumion. But if your car, then the Nuwa definitely will give you. The Nuwa will give you better performance. Fountain of honor, chamber denonya. The president is a fountain of honor, so you don't talk about the president. Chigeza na chigeza, you don't even try. After our car airbags replaceable, yes, Council Patrick. Like when cars get accidents, watch security airbags. But if it's on the passenger side, the airbag on the passenger side gets deployed, then you have to change the dashboard. There is no way of changing just the airbag, but the airbag of the steering rack, that can be changed. Just the airbag. Antonio drone yinzo munu nanga yegwanyiza entebe. Antonio bofunye katengo. Fe twagala kuwa support. Twagala kuwa support chizo ino leta akasente ino gwa ino kuleta akasente akanja ako kujisaringa FTC pose party. Tano kufuna se gwabo yingira obwa president. Tufuna bempinga babiri. Nata nkufuna bilioni za political parties buli mwaka. Kitegera. nekati awate muloza mbasi ngenda fuka general secretary nze nsayininga ku sente Antonio drone bwe kutwala fe not wayo nze nja kwegana. Arthur, what makes temperature light to stay but with the blue light for like 40 minutes? What do you mean temperature? Because temperature has the blue light and the red light. The red light is a sign of overheating. The blue light is a sign of that the engine is still cold. As a matter of fact, when they look, you know wala, you know the blue light is telling you the engine is still cold. The red light is telling you that the engine is overheating. Which take it. So, but the blue light has no problem. Just drive. So, but for me, what I do normally when in the morning, what I do, so me, what I do normally in the morning is I turn my car on and I go do other things. Is when to kuvada. Lwaki nkikola ntyo njagala nzijenga the engine is at optimum temperature. Okitegeera saagala kuvuga mmotoka ng'ekyawoze. So I normally turn the engine on and I go do other things for like 2 to 3 minutes, then I come and go. Now they will tell you that it's not necessary, but the engine performs very well when it's warmed up. Okitegeera. So the blue light is okay for 40 minutes. Kitegeeza ovuga mpola boto. Okitegeera oba tolinye bulungi oba yingintenda buguma. It's totally normal. Akaredi ke katali normal. When the red temperature light comes on, it means your car is overheating. Your car is overheating. Arthur, so Subaru Impreza for first time car. Yeah. Subaru has no problem. The Impreza has no problem. The Impreza is 1.5. Okuja call was Impreza is 2 liters, but the Impreza 1.5 liter is definitely okay. But guys, you guys need to understand that maintaining a Subaru is more expensive than maintaining a Toyota. When you bobogula air cleaner Toyota mitwale 3, ya Subaru jaba ya mwenda. Okay? Ekyobera ngo okimanyi air cleaner air ono wapaso ba yakonye ki oba ujigwe bakonye mugira babutu yakapaso aina gula butu dala kwangala mutayagala nibala kagwe bakonye emuruka yamukonye yabadde empanvu buyi. So you guys, the guys that want to buy Subaru Impreza, go ahead and buy. And then probably the other thing that you guys need to understand is the Subaru engine is delicate. It's not like the Toyota engines, a little bit delicate. Spacio GX edition. Is it the new model? Because, and then the other thing, guys, that if you're going to be buying a used car, please, if your trim level so if your trim level banga abivamu that the models are still in the bond, but like now there is no space in the bond. So if you're being picky about which trim you get, unjagala GXC, jagala XC, jagala Y, of course Y doesn't exist. But when you're buying a used car that no longer comes in the bond, try as much as possible to not be picky about which trim level you get. You buy the trim levels that are available. You choose, because ojaji sanga trim level joyagala jeri nenge eri mumbeera mbi okitegeera. So try as much as possible to bobo ogenda mu bond, then you can be specific about what trim you buy. But if you're not going to the bond, trim level jireko okujjako ng'ogibuuza kati ng'olina woogirabye okitegeera oba olina woogirabye. First of all, guys, you need to understand that Spacio doesn't have a price. There are forces of demand and supply. You should never forget that. When a car has a lot of demand, the suppliers also hike the price. When the car has no demand, then definitely the prices will go low. Manual car suggestion is the best. A good Rumion is how much? In the bond, it's about 30. I think at budget like 35. What's the manufacturer logic of having dashboards without temperature gauges? I have no idea. Probably they're trying to cut money, manufacturing costs. That's the only thing I can explain. That's the only thing I can explain. If you have the blue light, either leave the car or to idle till the light goes off, or if you're in a hurry, it's advisable to drive below 2000 revs till it goes off. Thank you, Samuel. Mr. Arthur, I applied for a chance to be enrolled in one of the best events firms globally called Eventbrite in San Francisco, California, and the feedback is positive. Want to learn more and get, by the way, get accredited. Buli qualification gy'oyongera ku mulimu gwo oba olina ab'osinga okumanya bayitirivu bangi nnyo. In my digital marketing class, there is someone that does vocal coaching. Ayigiza abantu to sing, and I was telling her that, you know what, whenever you go and get a certification, go get it. Over the season. If you're doing a job and you know you're good at it, go get certifications, professional certifications. If you're in marketing, go get a CIM qualification or multiple CIM qualifications. If you're an accountant, go get CPA or ACCA. If you're a public relations officer, go get certifications in public relations and all that. Mr. Arthur, for the business car, I was thinking about buying a super custom and make it a project car. What could be the reason why manufacturers discontinue vehicles from being manufactured, like Spasio? Just batukabutusinga, they have sold their target. Because like any business has targets. If we manufacture this car and it can sell, let's say, 10,000 copies, then we stop manufacturing it. You get it? And then probably a car gets a lot of demand and they keep manufacturing it. Or they just say, well, we have better design. Sometimes they don't have a better design, so they keep making the car. And then when they get a better design, they stop it. Or when they get a car that is more efficient, let's say with fuel, environmental savings, or they make just a car that is more friendly, has more amenities, then they just discontinue that one. Or they realize that a certain car is stopping another car from moving, so they stop that car so that the other car also moves. Because I'm in my mind, with the marketing I know, it's like these people sit down and they say we shall produce this car from this time to this time, and if it at that time we should modify it. That's where concentration comes in, because these guys Subaru Legacy omugiraba eri uncomfortable. Naye ate zino emyaka emipya zo ziri a little bit comfortable. Okay, where should I go? The other car that I think is overrated is the Auris. The Auris is really overrated. Is it possible to get a new Valmatic at 25? Yes, it is. Just don't be picky about number plate. You have 25 million and you want a new Valmatic UBP. That's the issue. You'll be getting one of the first number plates. You get. After I saw a 2024 Vitz with GR badge, but it's very beautiful. Yeah. They keep on improving. They keep on improving designs, technology, engine power. There's any gearbox that I'm trying to figure out how it works. It's not CVT, but it's automatic. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure that out. Question Friday, guys. Question Friday. Kampisewa karango kange. Nkola pre-purchase inspection. If you're going to buy a car and you want to get a good car on at a good deal, I'm your man. I come with a mechanic and make sure that you offer your car is the best. Your job is to simply say eyo njagala eyo sijagala fenga tukebera. Jota yagala tojigura. Jo yagala natufune nungi osasula nga wetwalira ngogenda we yagala ukitegeera. So but it's question Friday today. You get asked free questions. Also if you ask questions mu inbox yange ku simu yange awo bosasula yakasene so bobo ine kibuzo ky'emmoroka cyane bade kirungi no kibuzo olwaleero lwero okutaano okubuuza ebibuuzo. Anda akatifa abakatunzi batugambanga buli lwakutaano olwokusatu mu mwezi tunasabiranga abatuukirivu. Kanaffe buli lwakutaano lwa buli wiiki tunabuuzanga ebibuuzo ne biddiwamu unconditionally. Ne bw'okibuuza ne answer n'etakusanyusa oddamu ng'obuuza nga tukuwa answer endala paka bw'onoosanyuka. Parliament mugirabe bali mu kizimba. Parliament bali mu kugizimba. So guys, I find that we need to be careful nga tuyingira roundabouts. Also abantu bangi tebamanyi nti omuntu ali mu roundabout yabeera ne right of way. Bw'osanga omuntu ali mu roundabout bw'aba takuwadde kuyingira togiyingira, otherwise ojja kuliwa kajjamu keeno kakendedde. I've seen the newer that JK bought. I've seen that it gives between 8 to 12 kilometers. Now that depends on the driving style, whether you're using AC, the roads you're driving on, and the health of the engine and how you maintain it. Because tojja kubana mmotoka nga air cleaner yajira mu bondi jovuga 2 years down the road and then you expect the car to give very good mileage. That's impossible. But if you maintain your car properly, it will give you between 8 to 12 kilometers per liter. Abantu abasinga mbalabye, it gives them 9 kilometers per liter. Abasinga 9, which is a very good thing for a car that is 2000 cc. 9 kilometers is good average. Kitegeeza wamu etambula 13 wala 12 wala 10 kitegeera wala 8 wala 9 like that. Can manufacturers make a vehicle even when they are not manufacturing the said vehicle for a special order? I'm thinking it's possible, but you know we barekera okole motoka you the production line yayo bajijjawo ne bateka production line eyi motoka endala. I don't know how much you could pay to get these guys to make a spacio again. Where production line baba bajijjawo is already in the museum. For them to start to reassemble the production line for you, it might actually be a very hard thing. When I feel accident yange yasoka, I don't know if I told you, najja ngobera taxi geita zinempita ko wano wana averi na ambulash nga wano maso. And that time nali bambi nakayiga kibina yange moroka yange najonona naye nze ndasasula kubanze nali nyengereko wazijjamu emitwalo 3 ebiseera emitwalo 3 gaali mangi and I'm talking about 2011. Emitwalo 3 gaali mangi naye nsasula oluggi lwe nange emmotoka yange nenjivuga nengenda ne bagikola damage yali ntonotono but of course like all front accidents the radiator got damaged, so I bought a new radiator, I bought new lights, I bought a new grill. Iyo bumper yonna jikanika paka kuwulira bubi kireka natuuka kutunda kibina eri nga sikyusisa bumper even once. So lwagiranga nga bumper bagikanika olugiranga bumper bagikanika Kampala ngaalinga omukalu oba abantu bali stuck in jam. Mulaba mwana boda bavuga wanuwe omulabye ana boda tebagala kumanya avuga wanwe ate nagiddukiramu avuga one way ate nadduka. Now, people have been talking about, I used to say I like that the Wish in front of us, a Valvematic, but instead of buying that Wish, I would rather buy a Noah. Yes, the Wish sits the same people, same amount of people, but I find that the Noah is a better car. It's a better car. It will give you better resale value than the Wish. Wish and a tanyo sente. This is mangu nyo. Ujivuga emyezi nga mukaga ngisaze million 5 ekitali ku Noah. Okitegeera. Ekintu ekiyinza okusumbwa mu Noah kiri kimu, the people not having the money to buy it. But having looked for the Noah like 2 to 3 times, I know that it will definitely not. The Noah doesn't lose as much value as a Wish. So choosing between that Wish and the Noah, I would definitely go with the Noah. It's ate bwoba osobola ofuna Noah ng'oguze SI gy'oba zinendala zonna simbi, but the SI trim, which is like the extremely high trim, the highest trim the Noah has, will give you a better experience while you drive on the road, especially in Ugandan roads. There's something with the suspension of the Noah SI that is not in the suspension of the other. That is not in the suspension of the other Noahs. So bobo genda kugula Noah ne bobo genda mu bondi lwaliro nonya SI. There's something about the suspension. There's something about there's just something different that you put in that car, which makes it the highest trim possible. So anyway, akaseera ko basibula mulowooza tekatuuse. Akaseera ak'okubasiibula ndaba nga akatuuse. Kati abaana baleka bagenda ate kuwummula ndowooza wiiki eno. I think abamu babadde bali mukukola bibuzo, bwetaba wiiki eno bagenda wummula wiiki ejja. Then they'll go for holiday for like 2 to 3 weeks, and then they go back to school in September. Abana ba multiplex bali bano beekaliisa. But there are business models that are interesting, like the business model of multiplex in Sanyusa. They just have to keep their godfathers happy, otherwise contract bajjako ne bagigaba. Kale kampakinge nsome ebisembayo ate mbasiibule mu butongole. Olunaku olw'enkya bagayi ngenda kuba mbabuulira lwaki emmotoka ensingira ettaka. Ngenda bambabuulira lwaki emmotoka ensingira ettaka. Aye tekitegeeza nti nammwe muve mugula amataka mugule emmotoka. Naye nze nga Arthur emmotoka ensingira ettaka, and I'll be telling you why. N'ettaka nayo lirina value yalyo, but ewange nze nga Arthur ndabira ddala nga oyo ngenda mukubira y'omu ku bakasitoma bange abasooka aba inspection. Edda twagula primo sea light gye twagula emiliyoni oba twagigula miliyoni 19. Kirabika kyekyo. So guys, kubasiibula, but we'll do everything possible to acquire more skills. Yes. Actually, Mr. Arthur, I got interest of learning more when I saw a video on TikTok by Twine Shots about BNI Africa. It's a big deal, just that I'm limited with resources, exposure, and so forth. Buli wosobola okubaako kyoyiga. Ipsam gyeziri bannange. Stantec togisaako. Ipsam gyeziri. Gwebeera ne miliyoni zo nga 5. Ipsam tejja kubula. Arthur talk about the new and Wish Valvematic ekyo nkimaze nga nzikira alimbadde sinala na kibuuzo kyo. Emmotoka tesinga ttaka. Kanso Patrick nze ngenda kigamba enkya lwaki emmotoka esinga ettaka. Can I get the Kaundo old model RX3 Evirant Lexus at 15? No, you can't. So anti wobono nya Lexus yebera ya bay. Lexus yo ya bay ebesinga Harrier zidi endala. Kale kamba sibule bantu bange encha ngena bamba bulira lwache emmotoka esinga ettaka. Kusaa 10 dakika 10 na mmeka 15 Muyombya Mark, Morad K Momo VIP, Kutosi Nicholas, Mukwaya Richard Tusime Eddie, M.A. Kazim, Nahurida Tom Jones Info Sebugwa Mary Brigey Kakai, Sheikh Muganda, Antonio Random Things VIP, Akiram Football Tribe, Kutka 34, Rubura Chris Fitness, Paul Seba VIP, Mujunansi Michael, Johnson Lubinga, Ronald Muchwa, Hashim, Mlo zasima mazeyo, Wabuyi Nelson, Lucky Moze, Choto, Mugula Tif, Ben Kako, Isoba, Ivan, Farouk Sentongo, Musema Saddam, Nathan, Mukwaya Richard, Louis, Musalwa Derek, Baguma Julius, Edrin Mugirwa, Timmy Sereko Starch, Alan Molindwa, Bruno Insingoma, Baguma Julius, Stantek, Andrew 256, B Council Patrick Asiku, S Zach, yes, Senkindu John, Keith Robin, Omeja Moses, Malasi Joshua Mixed Farm, Samuel Okiria, Seth Kagaba, Umar Seboa, Abaine Emmanuel, Brian Wanyama, Juko Nicholas, Kazoba BL. Motivational speakers will start on you. They won't start on me. I'm going to be telling you my side. They can say their side. That's why you will find that I rarely respond to people. Kuja kongo muntu avude na yogera kulinya lyange. Muntu wata yogede kulinya lyange. Even if they insinuate me, I don't Neridia antumidde munda bireridia mugambe nange mwagala nnyo Eguma David, Kato Joseph. Is there a big difference between ISIS and Valvematic Wish and Wish Valvematic? No, if they have the same engine, there is definitely no difference. So kuja kudu jol sliding or better kwa ISIS. But guys, I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow evening. May God bless you. Ciao.